Good morning, everybody. I hope all is well. Today, I'd like to address a few things that directly impacts this community. Number one, Nkap Ntod. Nkap Ntod is a program that was designed by the Bali Cultural Association here in the United States, and it's a very serious program. It's a program that is intended and only intended to help us in times of crisis, especially when somebody dies here in the United States. So um, the amount that BCA is asking from you is $50, $50 paid once in a year, once. Uh, Most insurance companies, as you know, would ask for an insurance premium that has to be paid on a monthly basis for a long period of time. Um, but BCA USA is asking from its members $50. You and I know that we spend $50 in one day by simply walking out to the restaurant or uh, going to the grocery store, and in less than 5 minutes $50 is gone. But the $50 we're asking for you here is just so that if something happens to you and something happens and you lose your life or a life of a member of your family, your dad, your mom, your son, your daughter passes away, we can comfortably send your remains back at home. uh, DJ Tambe, a very famous DJ in, here in the Washington D.C. area, passed away a few weeks ago. This was a young man that did what he did on a daily basis, just like you and I. Goes to work, come back home to a family, and one afternoon or one day, he dropped and he was gone. I can assure you that the family of DJ Tambe, his wife and kids, didn't see this coming. And when things like this happens, it puts the family in a very, very difficult position. And if you weren't enrolled in Nkap Ntod, the next thing we would have to do is to go around, scramble, and set up GoFundMe accounts, PayPal, bank accounts, and so on, to try to galvanize to see what can be raised to send your remains back at home. And this is what BCA is trying to avoid. We're trying to avoid a situation in our community where if something happens to you, your son, your daughter, your mom, your dad, or myself, or who knows, BCA USA will step in and instantly, almost immediately in real time, help out with a certain amount of money, which I think when we did the math the last time, is about 7.5 million francs CFA, to help the family to take your remains back at home. This is what BCA is all about. Let us not make this political. I know that when things like this come up, uh, those who want to slice and dice the community say, "Oh no, this is some BCA USA thing." No, it's not just a BCA USA. It's about something for every single member of the community who is from Bali and who has paid his or her dues. It's not a Ndakum thing. It's not for some group of elites, as I've heard some people say. It's not some. It doesn't belong to some specific family in Bali. No, it's open to each and everyone who know and believe that they come from Bali. Um, every day you step out of your house, you are not sure what's gonna happen. It's guaranteed. You are not sure what's gonna happen the next minute, even when you are at home. Somebody once said to me that the only time you are guaranteed of not being in trouble or something happening to you is when you are at home. But still, there's no guarantee. You've had people sleep in the bedrooms and bullets go through the window, through the roof, or through the pillow, and out of the door. Um, so it's time to enroll for Nkap Ntod. It's not political. Let us not politicize this. I keep repeating this because there's a tendency to do so. There's a tendency to categorize this as just one of those BCA USA things. It's not. It's something for you. It's something for me. It's something that we need to do to preempt certain things that can occur. It has occurred in the past in many families in this country. In some states, we've heard people sleep in their houses and they don't wake up. They get involved in accidents and things like that. And so our community is very privileged that BCA USA came up with this. It's not something that has a secret agenda. There's no hidden agenda behind it. It is as it's on its face. Pay your $50 once every year, and if something happens to you, to your son, to anyone who is registered, a check is written. So my fellow brothers and sisters, this is not a joke. You just don't know. You just don't know. So the deadline for applying for Nkap Ntod is September the 30th, in about a little over 3 weeks. Call me or get in touch with BCA. There's so many ways you can get to the financial secretary. Even the president is open to having Nkap Ntod enrolled. If you can't do it, give this to your takum. The takum, if you belong to any of any takum, on takum anywhere in the country, and they will channel it to BCA USA. I just hate the fact that we have this tool in our hands and there's some people that don't want to use it. And we know that things do happen. They have happened in the past, and they can happen. So let us not wait. Let us not wait. If you know that there is a mouse in your house, you don't wait till the mouse is coming out before you set the trap. You set the trap and wait for the mouse to come out for the trap to catch it. And that's all we're asking of you. I know I'm taking so long to talk about this, but it's just because of the importance of what it is. It is very important. We in our community have found ourselves in situations where we have to do fundraising for something. But this is one program that completely eliminates that. So let's make use of it. My next topic that I would like us to talk about is a convention that's coming up in Georgia next year, in 2017. This past convention, we did organize 2 charter jets from here, from DC to Oklahoma City, and it was a very smooth sailing program, no issues whatsoever. As you can some people can testify to you, it was a very, very good program. We're planning on doing the same thing to fly people to Georgia, and I will be knocking on your doors, asking for I don't want to call it contributions, because we're going to be collecting money that will help you pay for your hotel, your flight, in advance. Because I know towards the convention, a lot of us will be scrambling to pay up this money up front, but it's not something that's very easy to come up with. So what we want to do is, we already have an account set up to help people make contributions towards this for flight and hotel That way, towards the convention, you don't have to, scramble around coming up with, thousands of dollars for yourself, for your kids, for your family members. So, um, in the upcoming months, you will be hearing from me, all through some representatives of mine, in different Ndakums, or if you don't belong to a Ndakum and you still want to be part of this, you will be hearing from me. We already have an account set up. All I'm asking is to make contributions in the upcoming months that will sum up or add up towards you paying for your flight or paying for your hotel rooms. The hotel rooms are actually available for reservation right now, but I know most of us like to do last minute things, so we're trying to avoid all this last minute, scrambling. So uh, as time goes on, you will be hearing from either my representatives or from me as to how we plan on collecting this money for you. The third and last thing is our cultural evening. Our cultural evening here in DC for the Eastern chapter will be coming up sometime early next year. I don't have a specific date yet, but I will come up with one to make sure that it can accommodate the schedule of many people around the country who are willing to travel here. The last one was a good one, and we're planning on making next year's one much better than the one that was last year, and I count on everybody to get involved. It's not, again, it's one of those things where you don't want to politicize it. Don't make it political. Don't slice and dice us into this and that or this and that. Because as a matter of fact, if you ask my opinion, in Washington DC as a whole, there's just one Dakum, and that one Dakum is Balinyonga. We come from one village, and that one village itself is in Dakum. So, I understand that when we get here, we think differently, we do things differently, but then community is community. So folks, that's all I have for today, but I am looking forward to many people signing up for Nkap Ntod. And if you have if you lack, if you need some more information about this, you can give me a call on my cell phone 240-602-5229. Thank you.